our influence on everything. Electronics. Yeah, thank you for those. So let's be honest. So personally, me, I don't believe that the Putin will use tactical nuclear weapons. Thank you guys for those. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, friends. Hello. So personally, me, I don't believe so. It will have any like special effects. Hello. How to walk to the border quickly to get away from the further nuclear weapons. I don't believe so the Putin will use it firstly, and secondly, I don't believe so the result will be so radical and rapidly involved directly. Yeah, I believe so the Putin will afraid to use it. So because yeah, America will truly after that the result for the Putin will be unpredictable. So that's why I believe so he will stay away maximum. He make everything to stay away from this idea. Jeremy, hello, Tom. Thank you. So let's talk less about the nuclear weapons, because most people, they are just interested in clever talks at the same time. So they love just to ask about any, let's say, silly and usual questions. So I love this, by the way. The more usual question, the better I love to answer on it. NATO support. I'm reading about Ukraine is now going to have NATO support, but not to be the member of NATO. So officially it sounds like that. So Ukraine having right now full support of the NATO, but you know, like according first of all to the Budapest memorandum, Ukraine couldn't be the part of the NATO. Secondly, NATO couldn't accept the countries where is the war to the NATO, to the member of NATO at the same time. So in case, for example, if the Ukraine will become NATO tomorrow, for example, it will have like the further action of NATO. Yeah, TV show was postponed. So it will have the radical. Okay, it changed everything so radical because it means that the soldiers of the other NATO countries must give fully support of the Ukraine. So it means, for example, France, Italy, Albania, USA, I believe also, all of them need to send to the Ukraine not only weapons but also their soldiers. At the same time, we couldn't predict fully the reaction of the other people. So it could be quite lots of people who can be so negativistic about all these things. So that's why, like, if to be honest, that is not so easy. Thank you for likes. Thank you. You have no ideas what you're talking about? Maybe. Thank you. Yeah. So unfortunately or fortunately, I even don't know. But so I stayed for bachelor. Thank you. Thank you for my donut. So I stayed for bachelor, and yesterday also could be the premiere finally the bachelor. So personally, me, I'm very negativistic about making the premiere of bachelor during the wartime. So in any case, so I couldn't influence on directors of the channel. I couldn't influence the same time on producer, you know, where to broadcast bachelor. But so I'm deeply and completely very negativistic about all these things. But unfortunately or fortunately, I even don't know what to say, but the premiere of bachelor is postponed. Yeah, so it will be, I don't know, maybe next week. Let's see. Thank you. I'm not sure, so it will not be today, so I believe it will be I don't know generally when it will be. Thank you guys. Thank you for likes. So please don't forget about the likes. So time to time I will remind you about the likes. So because TikTok is a bit mad maybe on me, and so I need to ask you to stay the likes. So if you enjoyed the live streaming, so there are two ways to support me. So first you can just stay the likes, and another one way so you can send the gifts, and so later and already so I used this money for the charity. So luckily I have my own job, so I'm not earning money on the TikTok, but so all this like donations, so later I use for the charity. So I helped the Ukrainian refugees. I helped also my neighbor who is unfortunately sick on the cancer third stage. So I helped her with the chemotherapy and paying with some living costs. So if you want to join my initiative, you're welcome. If you don't want, that's also completely okay for me. Super into Bachelor. So of course I will give you the full information when the Bachelor will be broadcasted. Thank you, Georgi. Hello, hello. Thank you for Rose. Have you lost weight? I don't know. By the way, I never was fat, so I couldn't say you accurately like if I lost the weight or not. So I always quite slim, girl. Thank you. I never was fatty, girl, so that's why I don't know. But yeah, I believe just from the beginning or in any way, so I lost like few kilograms, like 2 or 3 kilograms I lost for sure. Do you want to have a live watch party? Maybe. Дякую, хорошого дня. Thank you, have a nice day, Georgi. Do you have weight scales? I have, but I'm not waiting. So like I'm against waiting all the time. So I have some friends who had the weights. I mean like, and they always checking, you know, if they are like loading weight, like gaining weight. So always checking. So personally, me, I have quite lots of things to do. So that's why like I'm not wasting so much time, like all the time checking about my weight. That is strange for me. Got any room in your hands? Don't lose too much weight, yeah. Bad for the mental health. So like I realize, so I'm completely in a perfect shape right now, so that's why like I'm not caring about the weight. So that's my logic, by the way. My weight every time, wow. That's not a good, by the way, for the women. It's not good for their mental health, because you know most women, we are so deeply concerned about our weight, and in case, for example, if I'm like if I'm gaining, for example, a few kilograms, so after that, you know, my mood can go like down all the time, like decrease. So for me it's better like to stay away from the weights, you know. I see I see the mirror, I see I'm super slim, I look beautiful at the same time. So the weight of the women changed by the period. So like in the beginning of the months we can be less, like few kilograms, after that more. So Дякую, thank you. It's Indian. No, I'm not Indian. Never thought I could be Indian. Thank you for Rose. Amazing. Hi, Indonesia. Thank you. So at the same time, sometimes I'm really like curious. There are lots of people who went to my live stream and they try and like to predict the reason of some success. Like there are some people who saying like, oh, like the people watching Kate because it's war in her country, and just when the war stops, so no one will watch Kate. Another one, people watching me and saying like, oh, I know Kate has a fake nose, that's why all the people watching Kate, because Kate did a perfect surgery. But in reality, my nose is just from my mom, and I never did any, I mean, no surgery or lip surgery or anything else. So the most funny things, you know, I read the thread, the discussion on Reddit, and some people discussed like if my nose fake or not, if my lips fake or not. And for me it was so funny because I know completely that I never did any fillers for my lips, and at the same time I never did no surgery. And some people saw like they were so deeply concerned about like if my nose is fake or not, if I did like the lip surgery or not. So it was, yeah, a huge discussion on the Reddit, like around 20 or 30 messages about my appearance. So I was shocked.